All right, today we are checking out all of Kristin Tattar's Tour Series discs, and we're gonna be here at Dovillio Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma, seeing how well I can shoot using just her Tour Series discs. With the putters, we're gonna go with the Moonshine Pures, 0 medium, so they have a little bit of flexibility to them. Like them for throwing, for putting, it's gonna be a little bit different, but we'll see how we putt with those. With the mid-range, we're going to have the Gold Orbit Claymore. It's got a little bit of dome to it. I really don't like mid-ranges with domes, but it does feel a little bit comfortable in my hand, so we'll see how that one flies. For fairway driver, we're gonna go with the Gold Orbit Saint Pro. As you can see, it looks like Kristin Tattar really likes her wolves. Never thrown a Saint Pro. I know the numbers is like a 8502 or something along those lines, but this one's pretty cool in particular. I like the pink with the purple stamp. Interested to see how this flies. And then for a distance driver, we got her brand new 2023 Tour Series Grace, Gold Orbit, or I should say Royal Orbit. And again, going with the wolf theme. One thing that I noticed about these Graces is they came out a little bit flat. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna be more understable, or if they're actually gonna be more overstable. I'm excited to give these discs a try. Let's see how well we can shoot here at Dovillio. All right, hole 1, 593 feet, par 4, brand new Kristin Tattar Grace. Yeah, wind's taking it into that tree. If that fades right before, yeah, that's a fine spot right there. First time throwing a Saint Pro. Let's see how she flies. Oh, she's flippy. Huh. Wasn't expecting that to be flippy. All right, bad second shot. Still dealing with a little bit of headwind. Maybe that's what made this disc flippy, but we're gonna go with the Claymore on this one. Skip on up there. The power of Kristin Tattar, baby. Hole 2 is a par 4, 435 feet. Plays just on the hillside behind the grouping of trees. Gonna go with the Saint Pro. Pretty neutral flying disc. I think that's as good as you can ask for. Hole 3 is a par 4, 692 feet. You just want to get a big shot kind of in the open field on the left to set up an upshot. I have never birdied this hole, but I have the power of Kristin Tattar today. Do that a little nose up. And that is going to be not in an ideal spot. Yeah, not the greatest of spots. I'm not gonna go for the pin. I'm just gonna try to get myself an easy look at par. Yep, that'll do. And that's about a 10-footer. Hole 4 is 355, par 3, just straight ahead. Wind's just having its way with that disc, but that didn't go anywhere in this wind. Holy smokes, I see why Kristin Tattar putts with these. My Lord. All right, hole 5 is a par 3, 406 feet, just straight down all this mess. Got this island here that's surrounded by OB. I'm gonna go with the Saint Pro, just throw a nice controlled shot up the middle. Don't go too far, just kind of simmer on down. Good tree. It skipped, hit the tree. Prime position for the pier. Just a nice, gentle upshot. Oh, I slipped. Missed the tree, fade out. Very nice, easy tap in right there. All right, hole 6 is gonna be a pump at a par 3, 444 feet, just straight ahead. Road in the middle does play OB. What lucky shot to get through those trees and on the other side. I might have juiced it. Oh boy! Hole 7 is a par 3, 333 feet. Navigate through these woods. Got Mando left of this tree, Mando right of the tree up there. I'm gonna go with the Saint Pro. Oh, grip lock city. We're in the middle of the fairway, didn't miss a Mando. That's what's important, folks. Why not go for an experimental shot? I'm gonna go with the Claymore on a forehand. A little wobbly out of the hand, and Boy, that's a circle 2 look. 0% from circle 2. Can confirm, not cracked with them. Hole 8 is a 265 par 3 Mando directly in the middle of the fairway. I'm gonna go with the Claymore, but I think I'm gonna have to hyzer flip it. Oh, a little stable. Made the Mando barely, and we have a long putt. That is way too high in a headwind. Terrible attempt, but easy par. Hole 9 is a par 3, 294 feet, straight down the middle. This is gonna be a Corey special. He's not mic'd up, so you can't hear him. Claymore, St. Pro. He's going with the St. Pro. Oh, that's gotta get low. That thing is flippy. Does it have any finish? It does have finish. If it's a straddle putt this hole once, a straddle putt is what this hole's gonna get. Oh boy, I thought I was a straddle putter for a second. All right, quick front 9 recap of the disc. So far, I'm actually enjoying putting with the Pures. Definitely won't be like my new putting putters by any means. I'm comfortable with what I have right now, but throwing them, definitely can go in the bag for an understable putter. The Grace is kind of throwing me off because it's a little bit flatter than her previous run, so I'm still learning this disc. We'll get plenty more shots with that. The Claymore, I would really like this disc a whole lot more if it wasn't as domey. I'm just not a big fan of domey mid-ranges, but the flight, it's really nice. It's a little bit more stable than I anticipated it to be. It's because my thoughts, I thought it was going to be a little bit more understable, but it's workable. I really like it. And then probably the MVP of the video so far is the St. Pro. I do need to release this a little bit more on hyzer to get that hyzer flip out of it. For whatever reason, I just thought it was going to be a little bit more stable than the flight number. So we're still learning. Let's get on to the back 9, see how we finish. Hole 10 is a par 3, 237 feet. Just right there, just got to miss some of these trees. I tried to like baby that as much as I could. And we're about pin high with it. Oh, the tailwind just shot it down. Good correction. That tailwind picked up right at the end of that putt. Another par, what are you gonna do? Hole 11 is a par 3, 417 feet. Plays down this fairway and it's just tucked a little bit to left and between the 2 big trees down there. Finally, we have some tailwind so I can really get on this Grace. Oh, I juiced it, but it's gonna stay in bounds. And that's gonna be a pretty fun upshot. Going with the Pure upshot. And nice and tucked underneath the basket. Hole 12 is a par 3, 285 feet. I'm gonna go with the Claymore here. See if I get a little turn out of it. Missed that. Got the little bit of turn. I'm gonna need that to come back a little bit. I can't see it, the trees. Oh, wow. Did that get hit by something? It just fell out of the sky. I couldn't really see it from my point of view. Nonetheless, circle 2 putt. Of course it was. Hole 13 is a par 3, 327 feet. I think it plays a little bit longer, or it just looks a little bit longer. I'm gonna go with the St. Pro. We got a nice little tailwind to help us out. That's got to get low and sneaky. Did not get low and sneaky. Try to throw it in. Oh, I might have went way past the basket. Definitely went past the basket. I like the hyzer. Good correction. That will be a bogey. Hole 14 is a par 4, 515 feet. You got Mando left, and then the basket is going to be placed on the corner of this fairway down there. I'm going to go with the St. Pro with this tailwind. Just a nice controlled fairway shot. Skip over there. Now, normally I go forehand from there, but I do not have a forehand disc, so we're going to have to get real creative. Oh, I got wrecked by those. We're gonna have a little bit of a look though. That hurts the soul. That looks so good. Oh, little right, little left. Hole 15 is a par 3, 243 feet. You shoot out this gap. Gotta avoid the low-hanging ceiling in the middle of the fairway. I wanna go with the Claymore because I haven't really got to throw it as much as I wanted to. So we're gonna go Claymore here. Oh, nice little tree limb there. Might have gone, that actually, I don't know what kind of wind is up there, but it's definitely a little bit more stable than I anticipated. Nope, tailwind dropped it like it's hot. All right, hole 16 is a par 3, 300-ish feet, might be a little bit more than that, but it's just down there Big hyzers open for a righty backhand. I'm gonna go with the MVP of the video, in my opinion, the St. Pro. This thing's flying beautifully. Oh, I tried to put that on hyzer and it kind of just flipped up. But, oh, I went a little bit too long with that one. I misjudged the length of this hole. I probably should have went Claymore. I mean, that was a great bid, but they're just not falling for me. All right, hole 17 is gonna be par 3, 340 feet into some headwind. You gotta navigate around these trees. We'll go with the Grace. I'm fine with out there. It's nice and safe out there. Definitely got the distance, but definitely a long putt. Big buckets. All right, hole 18, final here at Dovillio. Par 3, 390 feet, plays slightly uphill. I've only got the Grace as a distance driver, so we're gonna go with the Grace. Wow, that thing has a lot of ground play. We can get an easy par or a sick birdie. I'd choose sick birdie. Nope, just a nice, easy tap-in par. All right, we shot even at Dovillio Park in some crazy wind, but I'll take that all day. So final recap, the Pures, I'm not a fan of putting them, but throwing them, they're nice. You know, if you do hit some trees with them throwing them, they're gonna get pretty warped, but they're always gonna have that reliable, understable flight. Claymore, wasn't too big of a fan of this. There's too many straight flying mid-ranges on the market, so I'm not gonna have this in the bag or even try to contend for the bag, I should say. St. Pro fairway driver was probably my favorite of all the discs. I've never thrown a St. Pro until today, and they're not as stable as the flight numbers say, but this thing for an 8-speed kind of bombed, and so I might put this in my bag and get a couple more rounds with it because I love the way that it feels in my hand, not too deep. Can do it for fan grips too. Threw a couple shots with fan grips and really liked it. Then we have the new 2023 Tour Series Grace. These ones came out a little bit flatter. For whatever reason, this feels a whole lot lighter, and it's 175 grams. I couldn't tell if it was more stable or more understable. I was having trouble throwing this. I was in my own head trying to get the correct wind reads, because when you're playing a full 18 with just a select few discs, you got to get kind of creative. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Had a lot of fun shooting this video, throwing only 4 discs essentially. And if you want to see more content like that, leave a like and drop a comment which discs I should do. They can even be random discs if you want. Just leave some comments, give me some ideas. I'm always going to create content whether you guys like the content or not, but I'm going to make sure I'm making content that's revolved around you guys and what you guys want to see. Until next time, I will catch you guys later.